Remember the guy doing it? Turning the, yeah. Another one.
So, good evening everyone. It's 7 o'clock reaching now. So welcome to our October meeting. The agenda is as it has been circulated, and we'll begin with item 1, to receive apologies of absence.
Yes, Chair, apologies from Councillor Kendrick, Councillor Walker, Councillor Mystery, Councillor Moss, Councillor Lemon, and Councillor Borough Councillor Lee Harper-Davis.
Yeah. Could I propose that we accept those? Seconded by Councillor Butcher. All those in favour? And at this point, could I just remind councillors that the good practice is that we do give a reason why we're not sending out apologies. So I hope if you could do that in the future, that would be very helpful. Thank you. Item 2 is to receive declarations of interest and to consider any request for dispensation in accordance with the Code of Conduct. Do you have any? We'll move on then to item 3, which is to agree and sign the minutes of the council meeting held on the 15th of September, Appendix 1. I believe we have some amendments.
So there's a couple of one correction and one amendment. Chair, there's I draw members' attention to minute 101, and it says the 14th of July, it should say the 31st, of course, it says in the line above. So that I've corrected that in the minutes to be signed. Also, in minute 108, when it was proposed, the second proposal to set up form the subcommittee as outlined in the report, it was suggested from the floor of the meeting, and I thank Councillor Bell for pointing this out, that the authority to incur expenditure was removed. It wasn't moved and seconded, but it was, I mean, this is a recording, accepted by the mover and the seconder. So in fact, that minute needs to, if members agree this evening, that minute needs to be changed to include the words that would remove the committee's ability to incur expenditure.
Okay.
I'm convinced that that's what happened.
Okay, thank you, Ross. So, with those two amendments, could I propose that we accept the minutes? Seconder? Councillor Batchel? All those in favour? That's carried, thank you. Item 4 is public... Oh, sorry. Thank you. Item 4 is just in time public participation.
May I approach the desk? I don't know if there's some sort of House of Commons line here that I'm not allowed to go past, but I printed out some stuff, and so I thought it useful to bring the various pages. I'll talk them through. I was going to upload it. Unfortunately, I moved my printer to another room in the house today, and that apparently was sufficient to make it not work. So I'll do this from memory. Page 1 is an email and that I sent to 3 councillors and a post on Facebook from, about a month ago relating to the councillors page on the website. Councillor Overton, I've mentioned to read his conflict of interest not being there. He gratefully told me that I can get it from the Borough Council website. Councillor Moss's doesn't have a page on the current Parish Council website. I went to the Borough Council website to get his conflict of interest. It's then noticeable that I think on page 3 I've given you, if you go to the Borough Council website, there are 2 councillors listed from Mountsorrel that aren't here anymore. As far as I'm aware, Councillor Carr and Councillor Williams are one of the parish councillors. So, there's one too many on the first instance. I believe page 5 is a reference to the Localism Act, where I think point 7 on the list, and I'm grateful for the MPs to come along with this. But the Parish Council has to secure that register be kept on its website. Secure is a terrible word to use in the law. Obviously, it would be useful if that was up to date. Unfortunately, I wasn't here for the declarations of interest, but obviously it's important in terms of knowing what people's interest may be for that information to be there. From the timestamp on Councillor Ross's application, that was the 25th of July, so it's been at least 3 months, I would say, with that information out of date. That just feels problematic in terms of accountability, in terms of keeping an accurate record. It's also worth noting that the website, the Parish Council page says there's 2 vacancies, and obviously there's not 2 vacancies, there is 1 per se, but that is subject to whatever the events are of the election, if and when the election happens. Sorry, that was done at stream of consciousness outbreak pace. The joy of just while you printed it well 10 minutes ago. Yep.
Are you finished? Sorry.
Yeah, if you have questions, I've got 1 more point or 2, but not on that topic.
Just to clarify some of the points, the issues of declaration of interest are on the Borough Council website, and the Borough Council, I know, have said to me that they are a bit behind with that. They received the information from us, so it's not our responsibility. We've actually said. Sorry, can I finish?
Sorry.
I lost my thread now.
Sorry.
Yes, it's not our responsibility to do that. It's something which the Borough Council, they've apologised that they haven't updated that. So they're called declarations of interest. And the 2 councillors, that's changed. That's not the case anymore on the website. It's updated a few days ago, I think. In terms of the reference to the Localism Act, my understanding is that we say that the declarations of interest are on the Borough Council website, and that's where they can be seen. So we've always done that, and the Council's done that longer than I've been here, and that's never been an issue. But I'm happy to check that out.
I could check.
I'll check that out and get chapter and verse on it. I mean, it's not something that's ever been raised before. Councillor Moss, we don't have a photograph yet or a biography for Councillor Moss, so that's why he's not on the page. I say the other 2 councillors have been removed, and I've asked Tarn Borough Council to remove them as well from their website, and they've agreed to do that. So I hope that covers all the points that were raised.
The Localism Act does say if the Parish Council has a website, it needs to secure the register on its website. Obviously, how you define secure in the legal sense is moot. Looking at the councillor's web page on the parish website now, there is no link to the Borough Council for the parish business. The only link is an email to yourself. There's no distinct link to say you can get the information from the Borough Council website on that.
No, I don't think there's a link. I accept that. I think there's a statement saying that they can be found. But
No.
There was.
There's a statement that says about contact, there's a statement that says about vacancies, and there's a statement that says if you would like to cancel a call for an election, then there are the pictures, and then it goes to the footer of the website.
I'm happy to check it out.
Okay,
We'll come to it in the meeting.
We'll check that out.
Cool.
Thank you.
I haven't got a handout for this because the printer died. This is just a moot point, but I felt it was important in terms of village representation. It's noticeable that the advert for the new parish clerk doesn't feature a statement about welcoming applications from people from underrepresented groups or so on and so forth. As far as I'm aware, that's best practice under the Equalities Act. I double checked on, I googled for the job and found a Leicestershire and Rutland Parish Council jobs page. Double checked on that, and most parish councils aren't doing it. Atherstone is, which I found interesting because Atherstone is very much not in Leicestershire. But I thought, given on the parish council website there was the quality statement which I assume the parish is still, which has a commitment to equality and diversity, it would seem nice to possibly amend job adverts in future to make some statement about welcoming applications from underrepresented groups.
Thank you. Noted that.
Yeah, that's very very helpful, Chair. There's
Thank
actually
you.
no problem in doing that. It's
Yeah, one
it's adverts, the adverts for the admin assistant, I assume.
Yeah.
Not parish staff, yeah.
Yeah, there's
No,
also.
I haven't resigned just yet.
No, sorry, if I express it, the current advert. There's also there's also John Fabulous was Googling something called a public sector equality duty, on which any public sector organisation is supposed to publish once a year, if it has less than 149 employees, some compliance statement on that, and I couldn't find that on the website. I don't know where it would have been saved or stored, then nothing came up. Again, unfortunately, that's in the thing that didn't print. But if you Google public sector equality duty,
I understand.
yeah, sorry, just for the sake.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a look at that as well.
We'll look into that. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just one more, bit tangential. Given the new formation of these new super councils, or whatever, unitary authority, whatever they're going to be, it was noticeable from reading Councillor Blackshaw's one of their posts on Loughborough Parish becoming an actual parish, that the Loughborough Parish is going to be taking on some services that were borough services previously. And I wondered if the parish had any consideration or given any thought to potentially taking on borough assets before the unitary authority came into existence. So, for example, say that there would be all-weather sports pitch or something like that. I know that the football team are keen to use that. If I want, I can give you if you wish to talk.
No, sorry, just wanted to come
You go
first.
first.
Yeah, we've had obviously ongoing discussions with the county council and the borough council, and reports have been brought to members. The last discussion we had was last week at the Parish Clerks Forum, and the chief executive of the borough council made it clear that it's not their intention at this stage to devolve any services, and it wouldn't be within the new unitary set up either. That's not a presumption as part of their case for reorganisation. As we say, it can't happen, but it's not predicated on a huge devolution apart from what you described in terms of the town of Loughborough, which would have its own town council. That's my understanding.
Yeah, it read like the town, the new Loughborough electoral unit would be taking on some things that were boroughs.
Councillor Batchel, do you want to respond?
So, if I can elaborate on that, the duties of what would be a parish council for Loughborough are currently undertaken by the district council. So, the decision would be as to whether or not the Loughborough Town Council took responsibility for things like the Carillon Tower, Queen's Park, the Charnwood Museum, or whether those would stay as district and then unitary type thing. So, for example, I think Colville's got a town council, but Snibston, as it was then, was very much under the control of the county council.
Yeah.
The town council didn't have control of that. So, in the same way, Loughborough, because it doesn't have a parish council, at this point, there's a decision to be made of, how many facilities are handed over to the new Loughborough parish and then town council, whatever it decides to call itself.
Yeah.
When it's agreed whether or not it should come into being, then we can decide what kind of facilities that it has. Are you with me? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
I just thought if they're having a bit of a fire sale, we could get some stuff on the cheap.
I think they're ahead of you.
Yeah.
I think that given the things in the consultation with parish councillors from the county this afternoon, that was quite interesting, and they really weren't clear on what sort of issues they might want to devolve to parishes, and the suggestion was made that like a couple of parishes could join together to run things. My personal opinion is I'm not sure that's workable without some very finely worded legislation. I'm not sure that could be forthcoming within the next 2 years, frankly.
No, you saw me commenting on the use of the word secure in a government law, it's, that's not beautifully drafted, no. But,
Thank you very much. Thank you. So we move on to item 5, which is information update check from the chair and the parish manager. Do you have anything else?
No, not at the moment, Chair. Thank you very much.
I've just got a couple of things. On the 4th and 5th of this month, we had our scarecrow outside, William, and everybody seemed very delighted that we'd bothered to join in that, and it went very well for the school, I believe. On the 7th of October, I met with Councillor Danks, Caroline Moss, Trish, I don't know her surname, I've got, and John Yardley, about all the debris that is being thrown off down the embankment on to where the Leicestershire Round footpath is. And Councillor Danks said that she's going to follow up on it, and I think it was raised with us some weeks ago, but Charnwood had said that we couldn't have bins because if you have bins it encourages people to drop litter, and that it was too dangerous to clear the embankment. The answer would seem to be a fence of some description, but Councillor Danks is going to look into that, and I asked her to keep us informed.
Can I just comment on that?
Yes,
This has been going on for about 12 months,
yes.
and I've sent, on behalf of Trish, so many photos.
Yeah. What's the name? Do you know it?
I do, and I can't think of it
But
right
if you
now.
get it right, then we'll send it.
I can get it. And I haven't been successful
No.
at all.
So let's hope then. We'll keep an eye on it, I think, and see what we do.
We have taken it up
Yes.
several times. I mean, the County Council clear the verge on the A46. The bypass. Not the A46. On the bypass, the A6. Too many numbers. But they won't go down the embankment because it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
So they've made it very clear to us that they will not clear that. Now, whether it can be cleaned from the other side, I think is something that is worth exploring, which I think you did look at.
Thank you, Ross. On Wednesday, for information, there's an extraordinary meeting at Tarmac for the liaison committee because their Regulation 25 submission is being put in now. So if anybody's got any comments they want to put before Tarmac, please let one of the representatives know. On Saturday the 18th, I'll be attending the LRALC AGM. Again, if you want me to pass any messages on, do let me know. On Sunday, 9th of November, just to remind you, is Remembrance Day, and details have been circulated. I've just got another thing to read, which has just disappeared off the screen.
Sorry, they still need volunteers as well for the 9th,
Yeah.
if anyone's free.
Thanks. Thank you. Next year is the 100th anniversary of the War Memorial, and so a letter was sent to, an email was sent to Marie Caroline in Mountsorrel, and you might like to hear what she replied. But dear Ian, thank you so much for your kind invitation and for sharing the news about the centenary of the War Memorial. This is such an important and meaningful occasion for Mountsorrel, and I would like to send you all my warmest congratulations in advance. Every year on the 15th of August we hold a large community picnic here in Mountsorrel, which unfortunately means I will not be able to attend in person. However, through our twinning, please be assured that we will be thinking of your village on that day. I look forward to receiving more details of the programme, and perhaps we could find a way to share a moment of remembrance together, despite the distance. With my warmest regards to you, Megan, and everyone in Mountsorrel. And that was from Marie Caroline Shadwick, the director of the Chateau of Mountsorrel. Thought you would like to hear this very nice email. That's all. Thank you, Ross.
Thank you.
Item 6 is to receive reports of the county and borough councils. You tabled or something in this.
Yes, thank you. So again, the Regulation 25 for the quarry means we'll be having an extraordinary meeting on Wednesday. Local government reorganisation, as I alluded to earlier, the Leicestershire County Council's proposals are currently open to consultation from both parish councillors and private individuals, and I'd encourage you to go on their website and read their details. Submissions do need to get to the government before the end of November. I believe Charnwood's final proposal should be out before the end of October. The local plan, so we do have a special meeting of the District Council set for the 23rd of March. It's almost like it's an omen. There are delays once more with the inspector who hasn't kept to the schedule. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we actually make that through on time. Light up Loughborough, light switch on. We're looking for a child aged between 5 and 12 who may have done something extraordinary to come and switch on the lights for us. And add a second extraordinary thing to their list of achievements. We've got an electric vehicle, another electric vehicle which completes the transition for the street management team to fully electric. The reason for doing that was actually a financial one. It was cheaper to move to an electric vehicle than it was to buy a new diesel one. So yeah, I believe it's leased technically, but fly tipping, we've had successful prosecutions on that recently, including a local Loughborough business owner. The Kickstarter market was on last Saturday, I believe it was Sunday, I believe it was very successful. Halloween, we're going to have the big screens up again and show some spooky films and stuff in Southfield Park and other places. Incidentally, if you know of people who would like a chance to perform on the stage, who are very good at singing and dancing and playing their own instruments, not necessarily all at the same time, please do get in touch with the events team as we're looking for extra acts to go on stage. Every single Sunday until Christmas we've got something going on, so if someone's interested, please get in touch with events at Charnwood. Usual email address. Electoral register, we've got anyone who applied for a postal vote, sort of a lot of people applied during COVID. If you applied prior to October the 31st, 2023, you're going to have to redo it because of the new things on having ID and what have you. I said about the events and Charnwood grants. The small grant scheme is open for applications under £750 until the 31st of January. So please do encourage any local groups, friends of Charnwood, friends of Castle Gardens, for example, to apply. Or the Heritage Group, or any local group. I've got about 3 lots of £750 left to give out.
Any questions for Councillor Batchel? Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 7, to receive a notice of conclusion of audit and the signed external audit report, appendix 2 to consent place.
As Chair, this is here at this time of year, as it always is, and it's an unqualified audit with a few notes, but essentially it's an absolute clean bill of health from the external auditor, which we pay a rather large sum of money. What we had a choice.
Thank you. Any comments or? I propose we accept them, but do we need to accept them or do we?
Yes.
I propose we accept them. Councillor Overton seconded. All those in favour, please. That's the majority.
Thank you.
Item 8 is to approve the expenditure for September detailed in appendix 3. Councillor Benner.
Can I put a request in that the late submission of the expenditures for approval for this meeting that was emailed out gets updated on the website because it's still missing from there?
Right, yeah.
So obviously the agenda's come out, but that part is missing.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Another proposal we accept? Councillor Batchel and seconded by Councillor Phillips. All those in favour? That's carried. Thank you. Item 9 is to elect 2 members to the WMFT committee. In his absence, Councillor Moss has expressed a wish that he is appointed. Thank you. Yeah. Councillor Blackshaw has seconded it. Are we all those in favour? That's carried. Do we have any other nominations for the committee?
I don't know.
No? No?
I don't have to nominate, sorry.
Leave it open then. That concludes business. Oh, sorry, Councillor Harris.
Just a quickie, and I'm not having a go at you, young man.
Sure.
When people speak from the public, they normally give the name, address, and
Happy to.
we didn't.
Don't have to anymore.
Yeah, that's something we've not been...
They don't have to.
we've
Don't
not-
we have to anymore?
No.
No.
We used to do.
Yeah, we did, Paul, yeah.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Think the road.
So
Well, everybody else seems to know, yeah.
So
Is that good or bad?
Yeah.
Leave that for the door.